Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name is Starrapter and I'm so happy you could join me for another breakdown of War of the Bounty Hunters comic book crossover. This is week 9 already, and this week we have to talk about Dr. Aphra, issue number 11. This is the Wreckage, and no, your mind wasn't playing tricks on you. That is in fact Durge from Clone Wars, Gendry Tarkovsky. He has been brought back into canon, so we're going to break all of that down today. So getting started where we left off, we have Sana Star Wars, we have Dr. Aphra that is doing the bidding for Domina Tagge. She has learned that her cousin Eben Drake, this guy that's an arms dealer in the underworld, has gotten his hands on an invitation that's going to be very profitable for the Domina Tagge and her family, so she's sending out Dr. Aphra and Sana to get that invitation from him. So they go to his ship, and everybody on there is mysteriously dead, and they even find himself, Eben Drake, dead as well. And of course, when they find the invitation from Crimson Dawn is in his hand, that's where their location is, that's when Durge the bounty hunter shows up, thinking that Aphra and Sana killed him, and that was his target, and they talk him out of it, because next thing you know, all these parasite type creatures come out of the ductwork, and it's basically they have to survive at this point. We find out these creatures are called Cymotes, and Dr. Aphra and Durge and Sana are all kind of helping one another blast these things to bits, and it's Dr. Aphra's idea to vent these things out into space because they are impervious and they just regenerate and everything else, but when they get exposed to vacuum they will die. So she basically gets Durge to be a tank like he is a tank, and he just brings all these things into the airlock, and well, Aphra vents him along with everything out into the airlock. So yeah, Durge probably not dead, but he is not going to be happy whenever Dr. Aphra and him come into contact once again. We know that's probably going to happen in this comic book miniseries, I would assume. So we have Dr. Aphra, we have Son of Stars, they have the location of where the Crimson Dawn party is, and Domina Tagge says, you know what, you guys should go and check that out, be my eyes and ears at the party. But we also have a part B of this story, and it revolves around Ariel and Just Lucky, and they are also trying to get into the same party. They're on their way there, and they have to take out this mentor that they had. His name was Cray, and it's their matriarch of the six kin named Wendelphus that wants him dead, and it's very weird for Just Lucky to have to kill his own mentor type character. So that is really part B of the storyline, is they were just in space heading for the location of Jakaris at the party. So getting into what I liked about this issue, first off, is Durge. Just seeing this guy come back, that's it. We've seen this guy on the cover for a while now. We knew this issue was coming where Durge was going to be introduced. So it's just really cool seeing that he's really represented so well. Like, you look and see what he did, and I know he's in a lot of comics, but I hadn't read the comics, but I know he's a badass. I like what they did with his speech bubble, outlining it in black, the white bubble, so it really adds that kind of menace to his voice. And he really reminds me a lot of Cable from Deadpool. Like, he is this really buff dude. He is not the most talkative guy, but he has some of the coolest weapons. Like his blaster, the way he holds it, the way it's designed, the way it expands, the way he has like the shoulder-mounted guns that pop out of his armor. He is just such a badass, and I know at one point they wanted Cad Bane in the Clone Wars series by Dave Filoni to be Durge, and they decided on Cad Bane instead. So it's really nice to see this guy introduced into the overall Star Wars canon. But it was also quite funny seeing Aphra just vent him out into space, like, oh guys, look, we got this awesome bounty hunter back, and then Aphra just vents him out to space, like this kind of comedic thing. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like him showing up with some other characters and see how that might be. Or I want to learn about his backstory a little bit. Give me some of his backstory. One thing I do want to mention as well is have like a nice panel at the end of the story here, having all these different characters with the invitation to the Crimson Dawn party, and that includes characters like Sly Moore and Jabba the Hutt, and they show a Fallon with a goatee. So unless Prince Zizor is in the background there, it doesn't look like we're getting him. I'm still holding out on hope. It's like Prince Zizor, hashtag Prince Zizor watch, because I'll keep that one alive, because I really think he would fit quite well in this Shadows of the Empire-esque timeline between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. But Nonetheless, what did you guys think of Dr. Aphra issue number 11 and the return of Durge? Let's talk in the comment section down below. For more on Star Wars, I have my reviews of the latest High Republic books, such as The Rising Storm and Race to Crash Point Tower, on the channel right now, so make sure you go ahead and check those out, and do subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any other Star Wars content. That is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.